In this series, I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to strip away all the complexity and hard graft and teach you how to cook amazing food standing on your head. Cut through it. Hand on the knife. From the kitchen novice to the budding chef, I'm going to give you the confidence, the recipes and the insider knowledge to make you a much better cook. And that makes the fish cake nice and fragrant.
I've been cooking in professional kitchens for over 25 years.
Make sure those blades are taken out of the claw as well.
I've been taught by some of the best chefs in the world, and in turn, I've taught some of the best.
Taste it as well. Every day it changes.
Now, I'm going to show you some simple and accessible recipes for fantastic food that you can easily cook at home.
Incredible.
I'll be holding you by the hand,
Just getting tastier and tastier.
teaching you everything from how to cook with chili and spice to baking, real fast food, and my ultimate feast recipes.
This is the only cookery course you'll ever need.
Welcome to my ultimate cookery course.
Packed with cooking tips, information, and 100 recipes to stake your life on.
Take it easy, because it's time for my ultimate slow cooking. Slow cooking is one of the best weapons in the chef's arsenal. Not only is it easy, it's also an incredible way to transform meat into mouth-wateringly melting dishes. Mastering the art of slow cooking is something every cook should learn. First up, my phenomenal slow-cooked beef short ribs.
Slow cooking is a brilliant way of getting lots of extra depth and intensity into your dishes. The secret is to lock in all those flavours at the start and let the ingredients do their thing as it cooks. These are beef short ribs, and there's basically 5 to 6 bones across there. And as the short rib cooks, it sticks to that bone. The bone implants flavour, and the meat just sort of melts. Cooked slowly, gives it that nice level of intensity. Slice alongside the bone, straight down. You can see that marbling. That sort of disappears and disintegrates.
I'm cooking them in a roasting tray. Get it on the heat until nice and hot.
Season beef short ribs beautifully. Olive oil in, bone on the top. We'll start colouring that in. Really important to give the beef short ribs a really nice sear. If you didn't brown the meat off, it goes in the oven and it looks like boiled meat. So you really want that nice, dark, rich colouring. Just cut the garlic in half, slide that down the side. That's going to give that beef an amazing flavour.
To give body to the sauce, stir in a heaped teaspoon of tomato puree.
So I'm just hitting the bottom of the pan with that tomato puree. And we call it cooking out the tomato puree. Otherwise, it just goes in there raw, and it gives this sort of tartness to the braised short ribs. Red wine in. Don't use an expensive bottle of red wine. There's no need.
Bring the wine up to the boil and reduce it. This burns off the alcohol and concentrates the flavour.
It makes a big difference when you reduce the red wine down by half, because it gives that nice, dark, rich intensity. Look at my garlic. That is just going to sweeten everything up. Incredible. Stock in. Beef stock, perfect. Chicken stock, fine. Just to about an inch underneath the beef short ribs. Bring it up to the boil.
To lock in all that flavour as the beef ribs slow cook, cover them so they braise from the bottom and steam from the top.
Into the oven, 2.5 hours. 170 to 180 degrees. In she goes.
The great thing about slow cooking is you do most of the work in advance and then put your feet up.
5 or 10 minutes before the beef short ribs come out of the oven, start your garnish. This is light cured pancetta. I want nice, thick lardons. Nice, big, thick sticks of crispy bacon. These are delicious chestnut mushrooms. I'm not going to slice them. I'm just going to cut them in half. But look at the colour on those lardons now. All the white, raw fat has disappeared. The lardons have shrunk right down. And all we've got there now is the proper bacon. Mushrooms in. Beautiful. So the mushrooms get seasoned from the bacon.
I'm pan-frying these separately to the beef so they remain crisp and have a different texture.
Leave that to cool down. Now, this is like Christmas Day for me. When you unwrap that foil, wait to see what's underneath it. Wow. They smell incredible. Lift and place on your tray. Beautiful.
To make a fantastic, rich, deep sauce, press the soft roasted garlic through a sieve into the cooking juices.
Want all that nice pureed garlic coming through there. Because that is going to make the most amazing flavour. Scrape all of that off the sieve. Nice. And then just start sieving all that lovely braising liquor. Whoa. In. That smells delicious. Take your sauce and just glaze. Do them individually. They deserve that respect. Spoon on your bacon and your mushrooms. Beautiful. Be generous with these mushrooms. I'm telling you, they taste amazing. Flat leaf parsley. I want that freshness over those amazing ribs. Incredible. Never ever be embarrassed about going to your butcher and asking for cheap cuts, because the results are incredible. Amazing beef braised short ribs with bacon and mushrooms.
Mushrooms are one of my all-time favourite ingredients. I use chestnut mushrooms with the beef short ribs because I love their firm texture and nutty taste. But there's a huge range of other mushrooms that are great for slow-cooked dishes. And when it comes to buying them, there's one expert greengrocer who's a fountain of knowledge, Borough Market's Fred Foster.
Started off on my dad's stall in Pimlico, really. He had a salad stall.
With over 20 years of experience, he could actually write his own mushroom encyclopedia.
Mushrooms, as soon as you pick them, the moisture starts coming out of them. So you need to buy them when they're fresh. Certain products you smell for flavour, and they tend to be fruits. Mushrooms don't smell nice at all. They smell kind of metallic, really. So you have to use your eyes as your guide of what you buy with mushrooms. It's really, really important. Wild mushrooms are literally grown wild in the forests. They're just quality wherever they are. This is morel mushroom. A fantastic product, so hard to find in the wild. It's almost got an apricot-y type of flavour, earthy, woody, and of course, as you cook it, the flavour increases.
For extra flavour and texture, highly prized morels are ideal when added to slow-cooked stews and casseroles, as are the Trompette de l'Amour, which have a deliciously rich flavour. Another wild type to try is the chanterelle. Its subtle fruity flavour is delicious and perfect fried with butter, parsley and garlic.
When you're dealing with wild mushrooms, you need to clean them. It can be quite a slow process. It's with a soft brush. Don't use water. Never use water with mushrooms. It deteriorates the mushroom rapidly. Oyster mushrooms are very meaty mushroom. Just a lovely, silky, smooth flavour. Really nice. How do you tell whether it's fresh? Those gills are bright. Never cut an oyster mushroom, always tear it. Look at the whiteness of that. Beautiful. That would be grey if it was old.
Although also found wild, oyster mushrooms are more commonly cultivated along with a similar type, the enoki. Their delicate taste is great in salads and soups. Finally, Fred saved the best until last.
And of course, the pinnacle is the truffle. They are really, really sought after. The smell is so intense. That smell, it's hard to describe because it's such a unique smell. The more expensive the truffle, the more intense the smell. So that's why you use such a small amount on a dish. It's amazing the way they get these. They used to use pigs, of course, but they don't do that anymore. They use dogs now because the pigs used to eat them all.
This magical tasting fungi is by weight one of the most expensive foods in the world. It's phenomenal eaten raw, shaped over pasta or risottos, or a drizzle of truffle oil turns slow-cooked stews into something out of this world.
People are actually scared of mushrooms, aren't they? So it's amazing, really. They shouldn't be, because take away the fear and just close your eyes and taste them. They're just amazing. They are amazing.
Cooking all the ingredients in one dish helps lock in taste and get great flavours working together. Here are 3 recipes that turn simple ingredients into amazing dishes.
First up, a fantastically aromatic, melt-in-the-mouth treat, pork neck curry with mango salsa. For the curry paste, add chopped lemongrass, chilli, fresh ginger, garlic and kaffir lime leaf to a pestle and mortar. Next, put in aromatic ground cinnamon and coriander, a pinch of salt, black pepper, then bash it into a rough paste. Finally, add olive oil to loosen and your paste is done. Now onto the pork neck. Add a glug of olive oil to a hot pan and brown the diced meat carefully, making sure each side hits the heat, locking in that flavour. Remove, and in the same pan, cook sliced onions until brown around the edges. Add the curry paste and fry to release all the intense flavours. Then put the pork back in, along with the coconut milk, and stir. Next, add chicken stock, palm sugar, more kaffir lime leaves, soy sauce, and fish sauce to taste. Then simply simmer for an hour. Slow cooked for succulence, spicy, super easy to make, and wonderful served with fresh mango salsa, pork neck curry. My next easy slow cook recipe is incredible spicy Szechuan chicken thighs. First, marinate the thighs with soy sauce and Shaoxing wine, which is made from fermented rice and tastes similar to dry sherry. Chicken thighs do a lot of work, so they need more cooking, but cooked properly, they're moist and they're the tastiest part of the bird. Next, add rice vinegar, water, then season and leave to marinate for up to 2 hours. Then chop garlic, chili, and ginger. Add olive oil to a hot pan and fry until softened. Add Szechuan peppercorns and orange zest. Next, add the marinated chicken thighs along with the marinade. Then throw in a pinch of sugar and fry the chicken until it's lovely and brown, and the sauce is deliciously thick. Finish with chopped spring onions, a glug of soy sauce, and a few drops of sesame seed oil. Marinated for flavour, sweet and spicy chicken, a fuss-free wonder. My final slow-cooked dish that transforms simple ingredients into unforgettable food is simple beef brisket. Start by seasoning the meat well. Brisket is a cut of beef from the breast. It's inexpensive, but it's fit for royalty with long, slow cooking. Place it into a hot casserole dish with a little olive oil and brown on all sides. Next, make a tasty broth to flavour the meat. Into the dish, add chopped carrots, celery, a whole bulb of garlic cut in half, peppercorns, aromatic cloves, and freshly ground nutmeg. Pour in hot water to braise the brisket. Bring to the boil and cover tightly. Then transfer the dish to a low oven and cook for 3 to 4 hours. Cooked low and slow, the results are amazing. Tender, melt-in-the-mouth meat. Fantastic with roast potatoes or in sandwiches with lots of mustard, but I like it best with tangy piccalilli. In the oven in under 10 minutes. Then all you have to do is sit back and wait. So easy and absolutely delicious. What's not to love about my succulent beef brisket? Coming up on my ultimate cookery course, how to start duck slowly for perfect results.
Start the duck breast in the pan cold.
And slow cook caramelised figs with ricotta, a dessert to die for.
Incredible.
This is my ultimate cookery course, 100 recipes to stake your life on. Soon, I'll be teaching you a wonderful slow-cooked dessert.
Now look at the colour on them. The smell is incredible.
But first, 5 more of my 100 tips to make your home cooking easier. Starting with how to cook duck breast perfectly the slow way.
Duck breast. Never be scared about cooking this bird. Absolutely delicious, very healthy. First, oven on, 200 degrees. And then, salt, pepper. Now, the salt will help to extract the water out of the fat. Non-stick pan, no oil, but start the duck breasts in the pan cold. Skin side down, it feels and sounds a little bit weird. But as we put them into a cold pan and turn the heat up gradually, it starts to release the fat. If we put them into a hot pan, it seals them in and the fat stays in there. We want to render that fat down. 90% of that duck breast will be cooked on its skin. Keeps the duck nice and moist, but more importantly, it stays crispy. Once the fat comes out, turn the duck over. Nice, high, hot heat. Seal the duck. Now they're going in the oven, skin side down, 200, 6 to 8 minutes. If your pan's got a plastic handle on it, then transfer the duck breast onto a tray, but make sure you put the tray into the oven to get hot first. Cooking duck is like cooking a piece of beef. You can't slice it piping hot, all the goodness runs out. Just quickly turn it over, push your fingers in there, and it's slightly resistant, but still quite bouncy. And that confirms they're quite pink in the centre. But the important part now is leaving that to rest, let them cool down, and then we'll slice them. Keep that excess duck fat, and there you go. Next time you're sauteing potatoes, you just take them to a completely different level. Now, slicing the duck, just slice it at an angle, not too thin. If you slice it thinly, it goes cold quickly, so nice thick slices. Nice crispy skin on top, and a beautiful, plump, roasted duck. All the white fat gone, nice crispy skin, and absolutely delicious.
Another slow cooking tip is, when slow cooking stews and casseroles, fat will rise to the surface. To get rid of any excess oils, my tip is to remove them with kitchen paper before serving. This also works brilliantly on gravies and sauces. Many great slow-cooked dishes start by browning the meat. As the meat cooks, lots of flavours get stuck to the pan. To get it into your sauce, deglaze with wine, stock or vinegar. Never add soft herbs at the beginning of slow cooking. They're all too delicate. The tip is to add them at the end for that hit of fresh flavour and vibrant colour. A great tip when frying fish is to always fry skin side down to keep it crispy. And always lay the fillets away from you when adding to the pan to prevent hot oil from splashing towards you. Slow cooking isn't exclusive to just savoury dishes. It's a clever way to transform fruit into wonderful desserts, giving them an amazing sticky, jammy intensity. Invest a bit of patience and my next recipe pays off big time. Indulgent and bursting with flavour. Caramelised figs with ricotta.
Slow cooking can also take desserts to a whole new level. A gentle, long cook can really bring out that wonderful, rich, sticky sweetness and that depth of flavour in fruits. These are black figs. They are suited to slow cooking, roasting, better than the green figs, because this outside skin is so durable. This is an amazing way of roasting figs, and it's so easy, yet so delicious.
Lay your figs out in rows.
Take some rosemary and just peel that down. Get that really nice, fragrant stem. Get your scissors, trim the edge. Almost where you've got a bit of a sort of sharp point. Bring your 3 figs together and just thread the top of each fig nice and gently.
Rosemary works wonderfully with sweet dishes. As the figs roast in the oven, the stalk will impart a lovely, subtle flavour.
Beautiful.
Dust the figs with icing sugar, then coat them with a generous splash of balsamic vinegar.
Leave them to sit there for 5 minutes, and they sort of marinate.
I know it sounds odd to use vinegar in your dessert, but trust me, it gives the dish a fantastic sweet and sour taste.
I'm gonna make a really nice caramel. 4 or 5 tablespoons of sugar. Now, flatten that out and get it nice and even. When the sugar is even, caramel cooks evenly. It's changing now. You can see it melting from the outside in. The one thing you don't do is shake the pan rapidly. You see it almost like sort of a lake defrosting, and it's hitting to the center, bubbling. It's still not dark enough yet. It's getting there. Turn the gas down and stay in control.
Let the sugar melt until it turns a dark amber colour.
The secret behind any good caramel is just stopping it from overcooking. Lovely. Take that off the gas. Knob of butter in there. Just gently whisk in. The butter is cooling the caramel down. You'll see it changing colour to like a cafe au lait.
Next, add a glug of the balsamic vinegar.
Nice. Beautiful. Got that nice, dark richness of the caramel. A little touch of water in there. That way the caramel doesn't go too thick.
Now put the caramel back on the heat.
Take your figs and sort of place them in gently. Lovely. And then just add all that lovely little marinade. Don't waste that. It's amazing stuff there. No. Ice and sugar and balsamic vinegar. There's something so tasty. Baste those figs because the skin gets nice and crispy on the outside and the fig sort of just absorbs the caramel. It's delicious. So easy. Now, into the oven. 190 for 10 minutes. Almost doubled in size. Now look at the colour on them. The smell is incredible. Onto your plate. They're a lot heavier because they've actually started absorbing that caramel.
Now douse the figs with caramel and serve with ricotta cheese.
The freshness of that ricotta goes brilliantly well with the figs. I'm going to finish that now with some zest and then some little nibbed almonds and the rich, creamy jam texture of the fig with the ricotta goes brilliant. That is an amazing way of slow roasting fruit and taking figs to a completely new level.
Follow my ultimate cookery course crammed with key lessons, top tips, and 100 recipes to stake your life on, and you'll literally be cooking yourself into a better chef. To collect selected recipes from the show, go to my scrapbook at channel4.com/Gordon. Go on, get cooking. Next time, more slow-cooked favourites. A trio of fantastically easy-to-prepare slow-cooked suppers. How to get incredible meat without breaking the bank.
Don't be scared of them. They're really economic, but full of flavour.
And my ultimate slow-cooked pork recipe, guaranteed to deliver every time.
That is amazing.
Gordon's back on Monday here on 4, looking after the kitchen, of course, in our brand new series Hotel GB. Doors open at 9 p.m. Formal dress, please. Next, though, come dine with me.